If you're watching right now, you're probably debating whether or not you should take the leap of faith and start your online coaching business. By the end of this video, you'll have all the information you need to know if online coaching is a perfect fit for you. So let's get straight into the video. What's going on, guys? My name is Alex. I'm the co-founder of the Digital Business Accelerator, and we help new and aspiring online coaches and consultants build and scale their online coaching business so they can live the life of their dreams and be as fulfilled as possible. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the raw, uncut pros and cons of starting an online coaching business so you have everything you need to know to make a final decision and potentially finally kick your business off on the right foot. So let's tackle a couple important topics first. In 2022 alone, the online education space was responsible for almost $170 billion in market share in just the US alone. These numbers are projected to continuously grow over time, so it's important to understand that if you do decide to get into online coaching, you're stepping foot into one of the fastest growing markets possible, and that normally means there's a lot of money to go around. Many people in this market space offer a variety of different products and services, such as courses, one-to-one coaching, group coaching, mastermind programs. You can offer just about anything, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the video, but just understand that the profit margins with online education is super high because when you create the education, you can just keep reselling it and your overhead costs are very low, so you get to keep a lot of the money you're generating for your business. Let's start off by tackling 3 of the most common problems I see with online coaching, and take these cons with a grain of salt. Depending on who you are, these may not be too applicable to you, but let's get into it. The first one is developing imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome looks a little different for everyone, but basically this term can be defined as the inability to feel confident enough to deliver based on the promise or service that you're charging to your clientele. So I've personally worked with almost 300 coaches in this space, and I've seen in some people, depending on who they are, they don't feel too confident right out the gate to offer their services and also ask people for money, right? So you might be a mindset coach, a fitness coach, and you may have never coached anybody directly. Maybe you have some type of expertise outside of coaching, and you're now getting in the online coaching space and you're asking complete strangers for maybe $500, $1,000, $2,000 for a service. And I've seen it time and time again where people just don't feel too confident, and they feel like when they do collect some cash that they're under a lot of pressure to deliver to that person because they haven't done it before. And like I said before, take these with a grain of salt. Imposter syndrome is totally normal, and in most cases it just takes a couple repetitions and a couple clients to grow through that. But imposter syndrome does happen to a lot of people depending on where they are in their life and their journey. But let's move on to con number 2. The second con, which oftentimes is the biggest one and the biggest roadblock in most cases, it's hard to get a lot of leads and grow a business if you don't have some type of foundation. This means some type of social media following, a lot of capital to invest into paid marketing or referrals. If you have no foundation whatsoever, getting the ball rolling takes a lot of time. It almost kind of integrates back with point number 1 with the imposter syndrome, where if you don't have a lot of self-confidence or even social proof, getting those first few clients can be very difficult. Now, we at the DBA actually coach our clients on how to build a lead generation machine through social media, paid marketing, and building systems and funnels. But if you don't have access to us or any type of expertise like this, it can be very difficult to get your business off the ground. If you currently are an online coach and you're struggling a little bit to get leads to your business, I have multiple videos on my page teaching you exactly how to get clients to your page. Just scroll through on my YouTube channel, check out some of the trainings that I have there if you're struggling and you need help getting some clients right now. And the third con is, depending on your business model and your offer, it can be very difficult to scale. And what I'm basically saying here is, if you're doing some type of one-on-one coaching, that's basically another job because you're now exchanging time for money in every facet to grow. So oftentimes one-to-one coaches are capped of how many people they can work with, and the way to really generate a lot of money with online coaching is to offer some type of group coaching model where you can onboard multiple clients, work with multiple clients in a given time period, and not continuously exchange your time for money with clientele doing one-on-one coaching. So now that we got all the cons out the way, let's get into some of the pros, which there is a lot to online coaching in the online education space. The first one, depending on your business model, right? So the opposite of con number 3, depending on your business model, online coaching and education in general can be very profitable, right? Think about a brick and mortar business versus online coaching. You don't have a lot of overhead. It doesn't cost a lot to run certain softwares and tools to manage your business. So the profit margins should honestly be anywhere to 70% to 90% in most businesses because of just how profitable it is. Now, if you are shooting for $1 million a month, then your profit margins might be all the way down to 30-40%, but even then it's still pretty good. And it's actually really exciting to see how much money you can generate with online coaching and then take that large sum of that back home, unlike other businesses like an Amazon FBA store or drop shipping or just a brick and mortar store where you'd be lucky to see 15 to 20% margins in a lot of those businesses. Something to be mindful there is that the money that you're and the effort you're putting into your business, a lot of the times you're taking most of that money back home with you, which is always fun. And then for pro number 1, I'm gonna just piggyback this off off, you can say this is pro point A or B, if you would say, is that because online coaching is online, it allows you to connect and work with people across the world, allows you to also hire and source team members from across the world. So you basically have all your wheelhouse to be able to grow and scale a business because you're not limited to one specific area. All right, so pro number 2 is that it's easy to delegate, right? So when it comes to an online business, when it comes to hiring team members to help you fulfill to clients, hiring salespeople, hiring other types of positions in your company, it's very easy to delegate, especially if you have a good offer and a good system and program that helps get clients the same results every single time. You should be able to easily hire someone else out to manage this and still maintain pretty high profit margins. In saying that, it's also a very fulfilling business model, right? So I'm combining these two together because in a lot of situations in businesses I've seen, at least, when it comes time to delegate and hire people, you're kind of removing yourself from day to day a lot, to the point where you're no longer involved in the outcome of the business. With online coaching, you can pretty much delegate an entire business and still have massive impact and fulfillment to the people that you're working with. So pro number 2 is that it's very easy to delegate, and you can build a business where you're making 50 to 80K a month, only working anywhere between 5 and 15 hours a week, which is honestly amazing. And the work you are doing is really just coaching clients, building a connection with your clients, and making sure you're fulfilling them. So pretty awesome stuff there. And last but not least, online coaching is very scalable, right? So in most cases, most businesses fail within the first 1 to 2 years. Online coaching, though, because of how scalable it is, how much high profit margins it is, and just because of the nature of the beast, right? Once you create the education, you could just keep reselling it. It's very easy to scale. We've worked with people that started off their online coaching business in January making 3K a month, and by April of that same year, they're making $50,000 a month, right? Like, you can't really find that in most businesses. If you have very little capital, you have very little expertise, in most situations, you're not able to scale a business to that level and that magnitude so quickly. With online coaching, you can literally start with just your knowledge and expertise. Maybe you're a real estate coach, mindset coach, fitness, relationship coach, marital status coach, whatever it is. You can just literally take your expertise, and within about 4 to 6 months, you can have a business generating you multiple 5 figures a month in no time, right? Like, going from nothing to a lot in a very short period of time. I haven't really seen many business models that allow you to do that. And key thing to remember here, with an online coaching business, you do not need to pour a lot of resources in it to really grow. Unlike other businesses, like, theoretically speaking, you can start a dropshipping store, and in 9 months, if you have a lot of money and capital and expertise, you can scale it to monthly revenue. But with an online coaching business, you don't need to pour as much marketing revenue into it. It's just really time and effort. That alone can get you pretty far, unlike any other business I've seen personally. For the sake of this video, I've kept it to these few points here, but there's honestly so many other benefits that maybe off the top of my head right now I'm not even thinking of that come with online coaching. So this is my video here to you. Start your online coaching business, right? Now is the best time. I don't know when you're watching this video. It could be 10 years down the line and this video will still have relevance. I'm telling you, online coaching, whether you offer a course, you're doing some type of one-to-one coaching, consulting, anything in the online education space right now and into the distant future is super, super profitable, and you only are going to generate just more income and potentially even build a better business and lifestyle that you already have now. I'm your host, Alex here. Go through the rest of my YouTube content, watch some of my videos if you're looking to really scale an online coaching business. If for some reason you're really struggling, you need some help, in the description of this video, you can book a call with either myself or someone from our team, and we'll talk to you about how you can scale your coaching business a lot faster and grow a lot faster. All right. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one.